That's right.
Whoa, what? And today we're going to be reviewing the healthcare reform book.
Hello.
This book was written by Jonathan Gruber. Jonathan Gruber was one of the architects of the healthcare plan. He is a professor of economics at MIT. He's also a member of the Institute of Medicine, and that makes him a very qualified person to be discussing this sort of thing and to be creating this sort of plan. To be making this sort of comic, maybe not. That's why he was helped by someone named H.P. Newquist. He was also aided and abetted by our friend, illustrator, Nathan Schrieber, and his assistant, Blue Delaquanti. But we know Nathan. Hi to Nathan, full disclosure.
It's very interesting because Jonathan Gruber was very reluctant to do this kind of book. I think his family urged him to do it because they were kind of tired of hearing him complain about why people didn't understand healthcare reform.
What's wrong with these people? Why don't they just take care of themselves and stop gaming the system?
This is something you can actually parse through and understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's much easier to like grab a Hogarth and watch the Mets lose, but this is actually something that is really freaking important.
I read this on a couple of subway rides very easily. I really understood it. It's put in a really great way. Gruber has really chose these great metaphors and simple explanations to show what the new healthcare plan's about. Nathan Schrieber has illustrated these with impeccable flair.
Ho!
Speaking of artists.
Well, no, speaking of artists and people who don't have health insurance, which is, I think, according to a Bloomberg thing that I read, it was like 48.6 million Americans don't have health insurance. And George is one of them. And
yeah.
He actually had an experience a couple months ago.
My heart! I was in a pretty bad bike accident. Broke my nose, cut up my face, broke my left arm. I had to go to the hospital. Just an emergency. It was about 4 hours in and out. They glued my face back together and slapped a cast on my arm. And that ended up costing me about $4,600. You're like, well, why didn't you have insurance? I'm like, well, you know, I'm a cartoonist. I made this lifestyle choice to be an artist, right? And the insurance that's currently available to freelancers is pretty terrible. I would be paying upwards of $550 a month,
Which
and
is shitty insurance too.
It's shitty.
Yeah.
$550 a month for a $10,000 deductible. So you know what? I'd be out all that extra, and I'd still have been paying everything out of my pocket because I wouldn't have matched that $10,000 deductible. John Gruber himself is a character in the book. Nathan Schrieber draws him in a very kind of iconic fashion.
But he does have pupils on the cover, but he does not have pupils on the inside, like Scott McCloud and Orphan Annie.
Yeah, and typical. There's a couple times when he takes his glasses down for effect.
Yes, I know which one you're talking
But
about.
for mostly, he's this like stark black suited character who's always kind of in dynamic poses, who's kind of narrating the book.
Even Mitt Romney agrees in 2006 that, you know, it makes sense fiscally to have insurance for everybody.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Jonathan Gruber was one of the architects responsible for Massachusetts healthcare reform, which Mitt Romney was the person who instigated this.
What we liked and what we didn't like. Obviously, we really loved the total functionality of this book. Just that it distills all of this complex information into very understandable, bite-sized information without pandering to anyone either. I did not like, I'm going to be straight up, even though I love you, Nathan and Mr. Gruber. On page 31, there's a woman, and she gets hit by a car in a very violent fashion. And I was appalled. I was like, why she gotta get hit by a car like that? Just kind of, even I look at it right now, and this guy's covering his face. That's how I felt. Like, yeah. Anyway.
It's oddly played for laughs too. So I'm gonna say, who is this book for? Everybody.
Everyone. My 3-word summary is necessary, sexy medicine.
Mine is mad, informative comic.
Ho.
Yeah, that's 4, but you know.
Fuck, no, 3. You gotta
Mad,
do 3.
informative comic, ho.
Mad, informative comic. That's 3 words.
Yeah, but then you said ho.
That's it for InkedTV. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks so much. This is a really important book. Hope everybody buys it.
No, really, this is not one of those things where we're taking it lightly.
No, I'm being serious.
Get the book, man!
All right.
Peace.
InkedTV. Bye.